It's going to be interesting to note how things pan out. 45 points off on the Nifty, 123, 124 points off on the Sensex. So these are sharp cuts that we are seeing right to the word go, and then we'll sort of pick it up from there. There you go, just counting down. First prices, let's have them up on the screen, and there's lots to watch, by the way. I mean, you know, from Axis Bank to Lupin to Maruti to TVS to new numbers. Okay, Axis Bank straight off the block. It's a 6 1/3% cut. Let's have these 3 or 4 stocks at the bottom of the screen, and let's look at them as well. Lupin is starting down just 1%. Okay, so that's Axis and Lupin done. Axis down 7%. Lupin is down about 1%. Let's look at TVS, please. And then let's look at Maruti. These are the big names from yesterday. Lupin is down about, moving south. Okay, TVS is down about 2.5%. Okay, Maruti is up 0.6%, 0.5%. So this is essentially what is coming through at this point. And then there are other names. Vedanta is there. There's, I guess, and a few other names. Let's look at the other private sector names. Because Axis is selling off big time. Are any other stocks selling off? ICICI, Yes Bank, there are small impact. I mean, ICICI, by the way, reports later this week. Kotak Bank is down 1.9. Let's look at Yes Bank. Yes is down about 1%. So, I mean, it's not large, but and Axis, by the way, of course, stands out as the most exposed amongst the private space to infra space and infra exposure. IndusInd is up 0.87%, 962 on IndusInd. That's already reported numbers, and numbers were largely in line. HDFC Bank 0.7. Let's look at HDFC and see what's happening there. That's the mortgage company. Stock numbers reported day before, stock was lower, yesterday was lower, and today it's down about 0.2% again, 1,272 on HDFC at this point in time. So this is what's coming up on our screens right now. C8 reported numbers. C8 is down 0.82%. Okay. Thermax reported numbers. Thermax is down 5%. Numbers are pretty poor. I mean, the order book itself is continuing to decline. Tata Com reported numbers. The margins are better. Stock's done very well, by the way, last 1.5 years. It's down just 1%. PI Industries numbers disappointed. And PI, by the way, in that space is the single most favorite stock. PI Industries is lower. Supreme Petro reported earnings on your screen, 13.5% lower. That's 100 rupees on Supreme. Sun TV is up $5, 390. Numbers come out later. And if Z is any indication, I mean, this is, combined with expected good earnings and stock being very subdued, could see a bit of a move. Let's watch the space. What else? BPCL, about 1/3%. Maruti, flattish now. Maruti was up nearly 0.75%, has lost all that gain. Lever is down 0.3. Let's look at Cummins India. That's Cummins. So the parent basically has cut their guidance, etc. And let's see if there's any impact on this stock here. Not very much. I mean, it's just about 0.25% odd cut, 1,059. Petronet LNG was seeing a cut. I mean, Petronet came up. The stock came up before Cummins. And you'll see what's happening there on that one right now. Petronet is down about 4%. 186.3 on Petronet. Petronet reported numbers middle of last week. So the earnings is already sort of out of the way in that sense. What else? ACC, Grasim, Bosch. You got Supreme Petro, Gammon, and a few other names there. Thermax, which are lower at this point. The most active screen, by the way, in terms of what's going on, is right up there. So you won't miss a thing. If anything pops up volume-wise or price-wise, it's there on the screen. You can find it there. Rajat Bose is joining us from Kolkata. Rajat, good morning. Good to have you with us here. Thanks very much. Prashasta Seth is also joining us right now from Mumbai. Thanks very much, both of you. Rajat, first thoughts, markets? So this is breaking down now a little bit?
Yeah, actually the Nifty from a technical point of view is looking quite weak. In fact, unless it once again moves above, say, 8240, 8260 kind of levels, then this weakness is likely to continue. And on the way down, 8160, 8170 is a good support area. Unless that gets broken, no further damage is likely to be done immediately. But then the problem is that market has become very discerning, in the sense that if the results are good, then market actually gives it whatever small boost. TVS of course was given a very good boost, and then Axis, Vedanta, these stocks were punished yesterday. So chances are that depending on what kind of results you get today, there would be individual battering or some kind of a boost in the negative sentiment. But overall, my feeling is that at higher levels you expect selling because the clearing is at the doorstep. So unless this October clearing goes, which would be through by tomorrow afternoon, only then you can expect some kind of a recovery. But before that, I don't think there will be much of a recovery. I'm closely watching certain results like Exide, which the fundamentals suggest that there should be a good result from that. So that's why the stock may be still in the green, but it all depends how they report the results.
Any trades, Rajat? I mean, long or short?
I would say that one can, of course, take a look at Motherson Sumi and put a stop loss below the day's low of 242. Prashant, I'm referring to the futures prices because that screen is open in front of me. 242.30 is the low for that, and you can use the day's low in the spot market as your stop loss. And on the upside, 247 to about 249 could be reached. And the other one, of course, is Exide. Exide, I would say that put a stop below the 200-day moving average at 157, put a stop loss at 156.90, and you can expect a level of say 163 to about 163.80 on the upside. So these two on the long side. And stocks like NTPC, I feel that you can put a stop loss above 135. I'm referring again to the futures prices, and take a short position. 128 could be likely in this. So that's it. Apart from that, Lupin continues to look weak and it can actually shed more points. Axis, if it stays below 484, further downside could be there.
Okay, fair enough. Would you look up CET, Rajat? How is it looking? CET.
Well, I would say that CET was looking a bit weak. In fact, I would say that now, as I see on the futures screen, it is 1167.68. That is the price. If it were to go below 1163, then 1160, 1152 to about 1145 could be there, and it would gather strength only if the today's high of 1177 is crossed. Actually, 1178 was the resistance on the futures chart in my reckoning, but 1177 is the high. So only above that you can expect some kind of bullish momentum to come in, but I'm expecting it to test 1152 rather than 1178 immediately.
Did you weigh in on Lupin, Rajat? Lupin.
Yeah, Lupin, I would say that this looks weak. In fact, this can actually go further down. I mean, I was checking up, and Lupin is all set to test its 89-day moving average, which is at 1899 again on the October futures chart. This moving average is a very critical moving average for Lupin because it tends to take support on that and then starts its uptrend. Last uptrend in middle of September began from this moving average, and this is being retested. Only if 1899 gets broken in the futures chart decisively with a lot of open interest addition and volume coming in, then expect further weakness, and there could be a taste of 200-day moving average then. But till such time 1899 is not decisively broken, I don't think this is the level where you would go short. In fact, those who have gone short around 2000 or 1970 kind of levels when the results were announced, I think they should be booking profits here. At least part profits booking is highly warranted here.
Okay, all right. So that's a TVS Motor, Rajat. TVS saw a big 13% move. It started lower, 2.5% lower. How are the charts looking?
TVS, generally what it tends to do is that after a big wide ranging day, it tends to consolidate. So unless you see it crossing 272 decisively and staying above that, you would see consolidation. And I expect this consolidation to happen between say 260 and 265. So once this consolidation is through and then this 271, 272 is bridged on the upside, TVS would embark on a fresh uptrend. But as of now, the stock looks bullish at lower levels. You expect buying, but I wouldn't suggest going short in this stock because this stock is actually showing enormous strength as of now on the end of day chart, and in today's chart this minor weakness should not be sold into.
All right, fair enough. We'll leave it there. Thanks very much, Rajat, for coming in this morning. Quick conversation,
You're
but
welcome.
useful as always. Appreciate you coming in.